Well, how yeah? How was everyone on this beautiful, incredible, and amazing day, night that it is here in the OKC? Yeah, y'all. I'm blessed. I'm fulfilled. I'm living. I'm giving. And God is here and near. Thank you, thank you for that. Yeah, my loved ones, I'm so thankful and grateful that I'm still here because I can carry along, journey along, and continue doing all the things that's written in my book of life. You want to know something? I'm talking to you, all of you, especially all my beautiful loved ones sitting all the way at the back. Hello? You know, I have to reach and teach all of you, especially my beautiful loved ones sitting all the way at the back. I got you. I'm here for you. If you need me, you know where to find me. Did you hear me? I got you. I'm here for you. If you need me, you know where to find me. Yes, indeedy. Well, I have something upon my heart I'd like to share to all of you. I have a point to ponder, and it's dealing with purpose. Yes, purpose. So you ready to see what we need to find out about this subject here? Are you ready? Let's get this, okay. This has been upon my heart for some time being, and I think it's time to share. I think it's time to give, and I believe it's a calling to continue want to have these amazing talents, gifts, abilities that God has blessed me with. And not only I have these talents, gifts, abilities, but also you have it within you as well too, my loved ones. So I have these words that I want to share with you, and I wanted to dearly touch all of you because everybody needs to know that they have something within them, and it has been always within them since day zero. A purpose that many people don't think of, but it's there, and we need to fulfill it, my loved ones. You ready? Let's go. Okay. Purpose. Now, I'm not going to give Webster definition of what purpose is. This is upon my heart, and I'm allowed the Spirit to speak. Purpose is something that's within all of us that we naturally have within us. We don't need to have no teaching on it. We don't need to have a degree on it. You don't need to do so much training and rehearsing and doing it over and over until it's perfect. Purpose is just being your natural self. It's a gift that God has given to all of us. And I know as being in this body, we sometimes begin to forget. That is the correct word. We sometimes begin to forget that we have a purpose, that we have a calling, that there is something on earth that we supposed to be doing. Now we discombobulated with so many distractions that I understand that we can forget, clearly forget. And one of the huge distractions that I've been saying for many years, my loved ones, is this cell phone that I am recording this video on. It is a huge distraction, and it's getting the best of all of us. It definitely is. So I say this to all of you, and I want you sometimes to begin to put the cell phone down if you can. If you possibly can put this cell phone down, I believe you can begin to find out what is your purpose, my loved ones. I understand that we live in the modern time and we do a lot of things with this cell phone, but this cell phone can get us in a world of trouble. So when you can put this cell phone, or at least put it on silent, that's when God, the universe, the Most High, will begin to reveal to you things that you have forgotten. Yes, my loved ones, I say you have forgotten because when you was in your mother's womb, you was already knew what you was called to be doing on earth. But when you begin to be birthed and be a part of a body and begin to learn a language and begin to do all the mundane things that's a part of being in this world that we live in, you then begin to forget a lot of things, my loved ones. So this is why that it's so important to not begin to do a lot of things of the world. Yes, we are part of the world, but we shouldn't be doing a lot of things of the world. I exist in this world, but I don't do all the things that is a part of the world, because if I do all the things a part of the world, I begin to forget who I am. I am more than this body that I exist in. I don't own this body, but I'm thankful to be in this body, because if I'm not in this body, I would not be a part of living on this earth. I know that everything is temporarily, including the body that I am existing in. So who am I? Well, that need to be defined in another video, my loved ones, because that is thoroughly teaching that many people need to learn, need to grow in, need to be, need to live. It's existing in you. It existed in all of us. But it takes some time and to find out who the real you is, my loved ones. So I'm just wanting all of you to learn that some things in life need just to be simple, simplified. When you begin to do things in a simplified way, what will begin to happen is you yourself will begin to see a difference in you that you had never have seen before. So, silent the cell phone. And when you begin to silence the cell phone or cut the damn cell phone off for an hour, maybe 30 minutes, 20 minutes, and begin to spend some quiet quality time with you. Yeah, I understand that it feels abnormal to be in this world and doing a lot of things alone, on your own. But I have to let all my beautiful loved ones know you are never alone. There is always beings from the higher realm, always around you, surrounded by you. So you would never be alone on planet Earth. Now, I understand that you feel like you are alone, but you're never alone, my loved ones. For you to know this, you have to spend some quality time with yourself, my loved ones. I know this is frightening for a lot of you to do this, because what will begin to happen, you will feel like, well, I'm hearing a lot of things that telling me a lot of negative things or a lot of wrong things. Well, sometimes that does happen. But when it begins to get out of your system of some of the things that you fear of or scared of, the real words, the real vibrations, the real sounds will begin to seep up and begin to reveal to you, my loved ones. And I've been knowing this for some time, being my loved ones, and in the year of 2020, and that's when I had a spiritual awakening. I didn't have a damn clue what's going on with me. But when I began to see that there is something different about me, that's when my whole world has changed. For a good cause, for a good reason. So this is not nothing new that I'm sharing with you. I've been doing what I've been doing for years now, my loved ones. And at this moment in my life, you feel like you're not getting anywhere. Sometimes I feel like I'm not getting anywhere because I have did a lot of things in my life, my loved ones, very creative things. I started out as being a writer. I had always wanted, well, I'll take that back. Well, I got myself into wanting to be a writer by reading novel books, my loved ones. I never was into reading, and I used to roam at the library. This was in Broward County in South Florida, Fort Lauderdale, my loved ones. And somehow I just wanted to get me a library card, and I did. And after that, I began to just, roam in the library, just looking, observing things. And one day I'm like, I'm curious to know what these books on these shelves is all about. And I began to pick up books slowly and began to reading it. And before I know it, I have found some writers that I really love, that I began to grow into. And one of these writers, novelists, is Eric Jerome Dickey. I can remember of getting his audiobook. And this is the beautiful thing about being at the library. You don't have to get books. They have audiobooks. And it was amazing to me that not only you can listen, but you can imagine it as well too clearly. But it took some time to comprehend, an audiobook, because you really have to be focused on this, because you listening to something, and you probably be doing something at the same time while listening to it. So what I began to do is I used to get the audiobooks and just bring it home and listen to it in my room and really focus on it clearly like that. And I remember one of the books from Eric Jerome Dickey. It was Chasing Destiny, and they did an interview with him, and he began to tell his raw life, his raw thoughts of becoming a writer. And I cannot remember how many times I had listened to that interview, but I listened to it over and over, and I was like, well, you know what? I can do this. And before you know it, I began to create some words of a novel that I had in mind. And that was my beginning stages of becoming a writer. Now, I got finished with the book. I had a hard time editing it, but I edited the book and put it on Amazon. Now, I put the book on Amazon. I didn't make any money off of it. I definitely didn't. So, that was one of my beginning stages of trying to find who I am. At the time, when I was in South Florida, I wanted to go to a city college. And I began to get in broadcasting. I did very well. I got my degree. I did my intern, but I never had got a job in the field what I went to school for. But that was okay, and I was like, you know what, I will begin to get video programmings or video editings and learn how to do videos on my own. And this was the beginning when YouTube just had came out in 2004. That's when YouTube was on the rise and just had started. But I began to want to do YouTube videos around 2008. Yeah, it was about 2008. I began to start wanting to do videos. And I did the things that I thought need to be done of doing a video. And I did the best I could do. And I put out, I believe, quality videos. And I did a lot of creative things with videos. But I did not make any money with it. So then it came a time that, Twitter began to get populated. And I saw someone was writing something that was short and simple, but it had in-depth and meaning to it. And, me being a writer, I don't even think I could do that shit. I'm like, at the time, it was like 142 characters, I believe. I'm like, shit, I don't think I could do that shit. I write 140 characters. Have something to say in 140 characters. I said, I don't think I could do that shit. But I practiced and practiced, and I got really good at it. I really good. And I was writing on Twitter 142 characters daily, especially when I got up from work or in the morning time, because I used to catch the bus to go to work. And I never made any money off doing those type of things. So as I think about it now, I was like, I did so many things that I thought I could make some money off of it, but I never did. And I don't look at it as being a failure. It just, maybe those things that I was doing, it's not my purpose. And I know, as being a spiritual being, having a human experience, know that having a purpose doesn't mean you're going to make any money off of it. That's not the true definition or the true meaning of having a purpose. A purpose is, my definition of purpose is when you have this within you and it's boiling over and you just can't keep it to yourself. And you have to share it to the world, even if nobody doesn't like it or nobody can't understand what you are giving, sharing to them. You still give it out, because it's going to become a day that somebody is going to cling on to it, are going to adapt to it, are going to attract to it, because it's sent from God. That's what it is. So, I had begun to take my distance away from doing a lot of things that I thought was meaningful to me, because I'm not attracting people to what I thought and believed is heaven sent, is a gift, is what is I feel in my heart that I enjoy doing, that I love doing. But it seems like I'm not getting anywhere with it. But when it begin to feel that way, and I know for many of you, when you begin to feel that way, you still need to do what you need to do. Whatever that is, no matter what goes on in your life or how you feel, or what circumstances and situation or what is going on out there in that world, still begin to do what you feel you need to give to the world. Because all you're trying to do is be a servant, be the greatest servant you're supposed to be. That's mainly what you're supposed to be doing, being the greatest servant you're supposed to be. Now, understand that you want to accumulate money, currency, but sometimes money begins to get in the way. So I'm urging all my beautiful loved ones, what you need to start doing is begin to continue doing what makes you feel good, what you believe is boiling over, and you just can't help yourself and have to give it to the world, give it to the people raw, uncut. Because we're not trying to be cookie cutters. We're not trying to be perfect. We're just trying to be ourselves. We're trying to find out who we are. And that's what purpose is all about. Finding the true you and giving it to the world. And no matter if nobody doesn't cling to it, or nobody don't give a damn about what you giving to them or freely want to share to the world, it's all right. Because God and God's angels are always around and listening, applauding you, giving you a standing ovation every time that you do something. Because they don't judge you. They are like, well, I don't got no time to be listening to or hearing what the fuck you have to say. They always applaud you. And always willing to say you did your greatest job and continue doing it, my loved ones. So, loved ones, I thank you for taking out the time to listen to what I had to say today, and I had to talk about purpose, my loved ones. I've been doing a lot of things close to a decade, my loved ones, and it seemed like, not getting anywhere. But when I began to have a spiritual awakening in the year of 2020, I believe that was the timing that I didn't give a fuck what anybody had said or done. I was just being myself. I was just, in that moment, I was just freely letting the Spirit do whatever the Spirit want to do or want to share, my loved ones. It was the greatest feeling. But then you begin to be in this body, and sometimes you feel like you're drawn out, like you're not even getting anywhere. It's what sometimes I feel, you know. But no matter what, like I say to you, God and God angels are always around you, applauding you, cheering you on, motivating you, and want you to continue going forward, my loved ones. Like I say, it's not all about the money. I understand bills need to be paid, but UPS is always hiring. Walmart is always willing to accept anybody. It don't matter what job that you do, my loved ones, because we know we have to find a way how to survive on planet Earth. But in the time and as learning to survive, you also need to learn your purpose, grow into your purpose, be your purpose. And that probably would take some time in, because there are not a lot of people talking about purpose. It's not. But that's perfectly fine. You're going to find some people. You're going to become a student, and you're going to find teachers out of anywhere, out of somewhere, begin to teach you things that's going to enhance you, my loved ones. I have found a lot of teachers along my spiritual path, and it had helped me, and I'm still getting teachings, my loved ones, because it don't stop, and it can't stop, and I don't want it to stop, because I need all the teaching that I need. But as I'm getting these teachings, I need to be bold and begin to do me and be me and learn me. That's what it's all about. You need to know who you are. We don't need to be cookie cutters, carbon copies of anybody else. We need to originally be ourselves, the original OG, the original you. You know what I'm trying to say? So when you begin to find out who you are, that's when I know that you will serve your purpose. Be your purpose and be the greatest being that you're supposed to be on planet Earth, my loved ones. So loved ones, I thank you for listening, and I thank you for tuning in, and I thank you for watching. And I hope this information that I just shared with you touch somebody's mind, body, and spirit. And that's what it truly is all about, my loved ones. Be good, be safe, take care. And I'm out.